later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Molly Shannon, NBC Tonight.
UN called for an emergency assembly. Madame Nagari is your assignment. She's giving the Prime Minister's speech.
Intelligence is hearing chatter of targeted attacks.
Go! Go!
You could earn millions in seconds.
This means so much for our family. It's our moment.
There's no better feeling than winning.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukage. Today, a 40-year-old Anago man was sentenced to life in prison for killing his mother. Derek Goblin was sentenced today after he was convicted of first-degree intentional homicide following a February jury trial. Investigators say he killed his mother on Halloween in 2021. Her body was found the next day during a welfare check by the police. Police say 63-year-old Susan Reese died from stab wounds. Goblin fled but was arrested a few days later in Racine County. Goblin will have a chance at parole in 40 years.
Shame on you. That was the chant taken up by protesters in Nashville today after the Tennessee House of Representatives voted to expel two legislators, Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. The vote for expulsion comes just 1 week after they participated in a protest for stricter gun laws in the wake of a school shooting in Nashville that left 7 people dead.
And so while I know I do take responsibility for coming to the well while the speaker said out of order, I also take responsibility for the people in our district and in our communities who are asking for us to do something, who are tired of going to funerals of their brothers and their sisters and their grandmothers and their cousins. Are we not responsible to them too?
The Republican resolutions accused each of the Democratic lawmakers of engaging in disorderly behavior. It's the first time in state history that Tennessee House members have been expelled for alleged chamber rules violations.
Jeff, it's a cold night out there. Feels more like January.
Let's just write this one off as a loss today with temperatures in the 30s, but change is on the way.
I was going to say there is light at the end of the tunnel.
There is. 70s are in the 7-day forecast and also some snow. Let's go outside today, check on temperatures. Highs in the 30s across much of north central Wisconsin. That's not normal. The average high should be about 47, 48. No one did that today except for Wapaka across central Wisconsin. But we're going to say goodbye to temperatures like this because we have much warmer air on the way. It begins to get here tomorrow on a gusty south wind throughout the afternoon. Right now, though, not so much. It's 26 in Rhinelander, 30 for Wausau. We're going to go down into the teens and maybe even a couple single-digit low temperatures tonight. But for one more night, and then it gets better tomorrow as we're going to kick in a gusty south wind. Today, the wind was out of the west, and it gusted near 43 miles per hour in Antigo and Rhinelander. It'll actually go calm for a couple hours tonight before shifting out of the south tomorrow morning. We have a speed bump, though. It comes in the form of snow. Early Saturday morning, someone could get a few inches of snow. More on that in Maine weather. For tonight, though, looking at partly clear, cloudy skies or mostly clear skies with low temperatures down near 10. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan?
Today, Governor Tony Evers signed a bipartisan bill to attract and retain county jail staff. Assembly Bill 28 is expanding benefits for county jailers under the Wisconsin retirement system. It will allow them to take early retirement at 50 years old and receive duty disability benefits. Right now, there is a shortage of county jailers across the state. The new bill will take effect on January 1st.
The Office of Outdoor Recreation would receive additional funding and become a permanent fixture within the Wisconsin Department of Tourism under Governor Tony Evers' budget proposal. The office was created under the 2019-2021 state budget. Under the current budget, the office and its staff were renewed for an additional 2 years. Evers wants to make that office's 3-position permanent and provide $1.1 million over the next 2 years. Outdoor recreation is one of the top tourism drivers in Wisconsin. It contributed $7.8 billion to Wisconsin's gross domestic product in 2020. The following year, that grew 14% to $8.7 billion. At an assembly meeting regarding the office, Representative Rob Swearingen from Rhinelander said the agency does a fantastic job promoting tourism.
Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of the Department of Tourism. You guys do a fantastic job. Everybody should be aware this is the budget with the least amount of money that gives us the biggest bang for its buck. The other good thing about tourism is it's not partisan. You don't have to be Republican or Democrat to enjoy what's going on in the Department of Tourism.
Evers wants to add 7.5 positions to the State Department of Tourism and invest $33.6 million to promote the state as a destination. He also wants to use the $30 million to create a fund to promote large events, in addition to $2.7 million for a new meetings, conventions, and sports bureau.
Schools around Wisconsin again turned to voters last Tuesday to increase funding to maintain operations. The state saw 82 referendums across 68 districts this year. 53 of those asked local taxpayers to raise districts' revenue limits. In our own area, 3 districts, Athens, Stratford, and Adams Friendship, had their referendums pass, while another 2 at Marshfield and Auburndale failed. Many school districts have been forced to turn to voters to increase funding because the legislature limits how much school districts can collect in state aid and property taxes. Although school districts' costs have gone up for the last 2 years, the amount of revenue districts can use in their budgets has not.
Wisconsin is accepting applications for its STEM Education Scholarship Program. Today, Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez announced the National Lieutenant Governors Association Scholarship STEM Education Scholarship Program. It's open for pre-K through 12th grade public, private, and tribal schools. The program will award $1,000 to 12 schools to support STEM-related activities. The scholarships will help schools offer more STEM projects for students. They're accepting applications until May 1st. To apply for the scholarship, go to nlga.us.
Emergency responders have to be ready for everything, but it's such a life or death job that learning on the job isn't the best option. That's where simulations come in. Nicolet College hosted a scenario-based training exercise today. The simulation brought together students as well as professionals like law enforcement, EMS, and nurses.
The simulations have been hugely successful in bringing community members to participate, also to watch the simulation. And it's also a great experience for everybody involved.
During the day, the simulation focused on individuals working together on an individual having a mental health crisis. Career fairs are relatively common in schools and give kids a chance to look into future careers.
Today, a local high school held a career fair for more than 800 students, but what was uncommon is that it was organized by students. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl was in Merrill today and has more.
So we reached out to many employers around the community to come here to attend the job fair.
Sebastian, Andre, Nolan, and Ethan all helped plan, organize, and set up this year's career fair.
Emails, did radio ads, put the flyer together.
They created, printed, and mailed 200 letters.
We stuffed envelopes and sent them out to the businesses personally.
The response was overwhelming.
It's the biggest career fair we've had.
They had over 65 employers attend the career fair, and students rotated between the fair, a hands-on demonstration, and a career panel.
Where local businessmen and women are up on stage and then they answer questions, career demonstrations, and that's like we have a semi-truck there, Merrill Police Department, NTC, we have a bunch of different hands-on demonstrations for the students to try out.
These students had to get outside their comfort zones to accomplish tasks, but overall, Nolan Pollock says it was worth it.
I would say that it was honestly a lot of fun, and it was like getting to do stuff that I didn't think I would want to do, like being, talking to you right now and doing the radio ad and stuff like that.
Reporting in Merrill, Nick Van Zyl, Newswatch 12.
Looks like a great time. Thank you, Nick. Spring is a common time for career fairs, with many graduating seniors about to enter the workforce. Rhinelander High School is hosting a career fair on April 20th.
Coming up on Newswatch 12, an election in Door County ended in a tie. We'll see how that tie was broken today with a game of chance. That's after Weather with Jeff, right here on Newswatch 12.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
1 in 3 adults have difficulty getting in and out of the bathtub. But with a new walk-in shower from Mad City Baths, you can easily step in and out, plus add stability with a safety seat and grab bars.
We did put in grab bars, and we do like them for the same reason, because they give you security. They, give you something to hold on to, and so you don't fall.
And now here at Mad City Baths, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 50 homeowners will say with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program. We have a nice gift for you. A free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Wausau, North Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 715-941-4238, 715-941-4238.
Well, we're not quite here yet, but 70-degree temperatures are now in the 7-day forecast. It's going to feel really nice around here, beginning probably Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Okay, so here we go. Tomorrow, though, okay, 41, we'll take it. 47, that is the average high temperature on Saturday. And then look what happens. Green is good. 55 for Sunday, 59 for Monday, 66 Tuesday, and those are 70-degree temperatures next week, Wednesday into Thursday. Out there now, though, not so much. It's 26 and around there. Clear skies out there currently with a west-northwest breeze around 6 and a dew point there of 11. Very dry air across the area. Wausau, 30 for you. Okay, you're winning that west breeze at 6, making it, though, feel like 24 outside right now. Around the horn, temperatures are not where they're supposed to be this time of year. Again, the average high upper 40s. Not many places did that today. But tomorrow, we're going to get close as warmer air is on the way. You're going to feel the wind shift through through the afternoon, and it's going to bring in warmer temperatures for us beginning tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so the bigger picture shows this, right? So here is a map looking at long-range temperature trends across the Midwest and the Great Lakes in the South. Keeps us above average in temperatures, not just through much of next week, but also the week after. So we're going to flip the pattern now and be above average in temperatures for a while. And I know many of you, many of you have been asking for that, right? Okay, so the problem is we got to do this carefully because we don't want to melt the snowpack too quickly. There's about 9 inches of water in our current snowpack, and the ground is still frozen. So if you melt it all at once, likely causing some flooding concerns. We'll be keeping an eye on that, of course, next week and the week after. But going forward, temperature-wise, looking pretty good. Wind today, though, Antigo hit 43, Rylander 43, Wausau 41, so that really stiff west wind all day long today. The dog park this morning was not fun at all. Would feel like temperatures in the teens throughout the afternoon. That's not normal, but again, we're going to fix that going forward. All right, the wind out there now, not bad. Then tomorrow, look what happens here. The arrows are going to switch out of the south. You're going to feel it. It's going to get a little gusty tomorrow evening with winds out of the south around 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting near 20. That's the start of the warmer temperatures entering parts of Wisconsin. There is a speed bump, though, and a pretty good one getting in here early Saturday morning in the form of snow. I know. There's going to be a band of snow across parts of central Wisconsin Saturday morning that could give somebody several inches of snow. Out there now, not so much. Lots of clear skies across north central Wisconsin. No worries tonight. But to the west of us, there is some energy here. It's going to bring a little energy across our area late tomorrow night, but more so into early parts of Saturday morning. And that's going to do something like this, a very narrow, probably 50-mile wide band of snow setting up somewhere across Highway 29 and parts just north of there. And in here could be 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates for a couple of hours early Saturday morning. And if you get under that, someone could get a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inch snowfall very quickly early Saturday morning. Where that band's going to be exactly, not quite sure yet, but more on that, of course, across for tomorrow. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is lots of clear skies, still a bit breezy, low temperatures down near 10 with a southwest breeze around 20. For tomorrow, it's Friday. Lots of sunshine, less windy tomorrow. High temperatures back in the low 40s, and we're just getting started with a southeast breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow, very nice day. There's that chance for snow early Saturday. Here's Easter Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, 55 for a high. And then look what happens. Monday, Tuesday, highs near 60. Wednesday, Thursday, highs near 70. Jessica?
We're learning Bob Jordan got a 75% pay hike to be promoted to Southwest Airlines CEO last year. It came 10 months before the airline's epic holiday travel service meltdown. His total compensation package last year came to $5.3 million, up from $3 million in 2021. Southwest's operational meltdown over the Christmas vacation period prompted the cancellation of more than 16,000 flights between December 21st and 29th. It ruined holiday plans for tens of thousands of passengers and cost the airline about $800 million in lost revenue. Much of the problem was blamed on the airline's antiquated crew scheduling system.
Voters in a Door County community decided on their village president on Tuesday, but after the ballots were tallied, 2 candidates were tied. The 2 candidates for Sister Bay Village president were tied 256 to 256 in the April election, so the race went to a tiebreaker. How did they solve the dilemma? Well, they rolled dice to determine the winner. That contest took place this morning, and Nate Bell was declared the winner after his dice roll came up as a 6, and incumbent Rob Zashke ended up with a 2. Bell is expected to be sworn in on April 18th and will serve a 2-year term, all because of a lucky roll. A Northland Pines distance runner has her sights set on a three-peat of state championships.
Plus, the Rhinelander tennis team was in action. Saul Meyer will have the highlights after the break.
Don't let a storm keep you in the dark ever again. Contact the experts at Christopher Electric, proudly providing backup power services in the central Wisconsin area. Their team will complete the job from start to finish, no third party necessary, and will fit your home with the perfect Generac standby generator. Generac helps protect your home and family from the risks associated with power outages. So don't miss out on this limited time offer. Christopher Electric and Generac. Call for your free home consultation today.
Today, it seems everyone can be their own service technician thanks to the internet. From servicing their own cars and engines to home remodels and projects, people are trying a little of everything. Here at Maher Water Corporation, we employ nationally certified and factory-trained technicians to keep your water treatment systems working to their full lives. We will treat you like our own family.
So if you want us to service your equipment, give us a call. But if you're the fix-it-yourself kind of person, we'll enjoy your funny video clips.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you, because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Coming up on your Friday, we'll have all your local news, weather, and sports.
Are you ready for spring?
Oh, absolutely.
We have some nice weather on the way coming up next week. More when you tune in on your Friday from 5 to 7 a.m.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Rhinelander boys tennis hosted their conference opener today at the Hodag Dome, taking on Lakeland Union. The Hodags are the defending Great Northern Conference champs, where they've won the past 8 titles in a row. The title defense is on point for Rhinelander, with the Hodags sweeping the T-Birds 7-0. All sets were won by straight sets by the Hodags, except for the #1 singles, which went to a 3rd set super tiebreaker. The Hodags will be back on the court next Tuesday in a scrimmage against Wausau West. Congrats to Rhinelander on a great start to the season. Rhinelander's tennis team wasn't the only Hodag sport looking to get a conference win today. The softball team was also in action, taking on Northland Pines in their GNC opener, and it's a tale of 2 teams for this game, with this being the Eagles season opener, while Rhinelander has already played 5 games so far this year. So let's see if that experience paid off for the Hodags, or if Northland Pines could steal a win at the Hodag Dome. Here in the first inning, Rhinelander ace pitcher Addie DeMeyer gets her first strikeout of the day, catching the Pines player looking. But the Eagles defense showed up too. This ball hit to Tommy Springer at shortstop, who throws a laser to first base to record the put out. Now we got the bases juiced for Rhinelander. Lily Trader sends this ball deep to center field. It goes over the head of the Pines center fielder, and she's going to get a 2-run RBI double, and the Hodags are rolling. Later that game, DeMeyer gets the strikeout, and she finished with 17 on the day, and the Hodags get the 9-4 win. Now on to the game happening right behind Rhinelander. Lakeland Union taking on Crandon at the Hodag Dome. Here in the first inning, Sailor Timmerman showed out. She gets her first strikeout of the day, and then later that inning, Crandon shows bunt right here. The ball is going to be popped up in the air and caught by the 3rd baseman for the out. Now the T-Birds time to bat. This ball is hit to the 3rd baseman, who gets a rocket of a ball to first base for the putout to get them out of the inning. But Lakeland Union's offense proved to be too much. Greta Johnson launches this ball deep to left center field for a 2-run RBI double, and the T-Birds are going to win this one 11-5 in 5 innings. Few people have the prestigious honor of winning the state title, but Northland Pines track and field star Nora Grembin is back for her junior year and ready to go for another gold. Newswatch 12 Serenity Douglas has the latest.
The only way that I'm going to reach the goals is hard work. I think of running as you get out what you put into it.
Nora Grimbin has been running track since the 7th grade and is a 2-time 800-meter and 1,600-meter state champion. So she has big plans for herself this year.
Definitely make it back to state. Hopefully keep defending my title. and just keep PRing as well.
She won state as a freshman, then again as a sophomore, so the standard is set for her to perform at a high level every year.
It gives me a little anxiety, I have to say. But I think I use that as motivation even more than not trying to put as much pressure on myself.
Someone to help with that pressure is Nora's mom, who's also her coach.
She definitely gets the anxiety before races, some more than others for sure, but there's always a little bit always there. And she does a good job herself with using like tools and strategies that she's learned to kind of calm herself down and to stay focused and to stay in the moment.
While Amy thinks Nora has everything in control, Nora believes her mom is the reason she's able to step to the line confidently.
I love her as my distance coach. I think a lot of people would be like, oh, a parent as a coach, but I think it just really helps me. She is always there supporting me if I'm really being anxious about a race. She's there the night before trying to calm me down, giving me the best advice as well.
I'm Serenity Douglas in Eagle River, Newswatch 12.
Here, Nora wants to shoot for gold in the 800, 1600, and 3200 at state. We'll be right back after the break.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and get free carpet installation on any area of your home, one room, or your entire house. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
There's a reason we're called People's State Bank and not the first bank of this or the big bank of that. It's because we share this community and the values that make it better and dream that our kids and yours will grow up happy. We know these roads as well as you do, and we're glad to travel them with you. When you think about it, it's really pretty simple. We're your kind of people. We just happen to be bankers. And that, more than anything, is what brings us together.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and save $300, $600, or even $1,000 on your hard surface flooring purchase. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Heavy snow is not hampering maple syrup efforts in Duluth, Minnesota, but colder temperatures could shorten the season. To get the sap to run, the trees need night temperatures below freezing with daytime temperatures above that. That increases the internal pressure of the tree, which makes the sap move. The daytime highs are not in a good range right now, but equipment for tapping maples are still brisk sellers at local hardware stores.
Haven't complained yet. A lot of them are worried that they may not get as much, but they're still getting into it, and we have a lot of customers coming in who are just buying one or two things and trying it out this year.
Maple syrup season generally runs until March, but can go into April if conditions are right.
A Northwoods Theater and Art Gallery is looking for feedback on how to get better. The Three Lakes Center for the Arts is located at the Historic Theater in downtown Three Lakes. The center's board wants to better serve its community. On its website right now is a survey. Questions on there include favorite movie and music genres, favorite kinds of events put on by the center, and more. Taking the survey can be as short as just a few minutes, and their website is tlcfa.org. We'll be right back.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Protect your vehicle's outdoor equipment and more with Shelter Logic storage products. Both our garages and sheds can be assembled quickly to block harmful UV rays while protecting your investments. And you'll be sure to enjoy your backyard get-togethers, rain or shine, with a Shelter Logic canopy. Large or small, we carry a storage solution to meet your needs. Right now, a 6-leg gazebo canopy is just $99.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Wausau Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our unique doctor-supervised program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back safely, naturally, and effectively. If you'd love to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no HCG, no drugs, no hypnosis or surgery, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I've lost 70 pounds in 30 inches. I know the secret. I feel great now after losing the 70 pounds. I can do stairs. I don't have pain through the day, through the night. As a breast cancer survivor, I knew I needed to lose the weight to prevent future health issues. I feel great, living each day with hope for my future.
For your free private weight loss consultation, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695. WeKnowTheSecret.com.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm, Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.heat.help.
You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live.
All right, guys, two big weather narratives. One is warmer temperatures are on the way, 70s next week. First off, though, is a speed bump Saturday morning. Here's the European model in terms of snow forecasting. That narrow band of snow right along Highway 29 could give somebody a 2, 3, 4, 5-inch snowfall early Saturday morning. But then it gets warm. It's going to melt really quickly early Saturday morning.
Thoughts and prayers to the Annie Go community for this one.
Goodness. At least we have Easter Sunday before.
Here it comes,
Thanks.
yes.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So bright.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel or the sausage, egg, and cheese bagel.
Oh, no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic. We're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay. Just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Special report.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection. Look, with Spectrum Internet, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile? It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with talk, text, and data. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend.